Before we start, you may know that at CEOE, we are the first B Corp at the CEOE, and we are in this amazing, actually, CEOE auditorium. I don't know if you get to see it a bit, but it's an outstanding place. And for me, it's a pleasure now to introduce you to Marta Blanco, the president of CEOE International. She would like to welcome all of you. And in fact, actually, Marta holds multiple positions. She's also the president of the International Relations Committee at CEOE, vice president of business at OECD Trade Committee, and also the Spanish representative at G20 Empower. So welcome, Marta.
Thank you very much, Sandra. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Spanish Confederation for Industries and Employers. Let me begin by thanking CEOE and Sustainable Brands for the invitation to open this event. It is a privilege to take part of a debate with such relevant and distinguished speakers. And also, I want to thank the opportunity to make my own contribution about the challenges that sustainability will have in the coming years after the pandemic. My first comment is that I see a clear future, actually a promising future. It is not conceivable nowadays to define a strategy, an action plan, a roadmap without the sustainability as a key driver, but not only in the case of companies, but also in governments or in every public or private entity. Even I am sure that most of us have our particular agenda on sustainability. So the pandemic offers us the way to take advantage of the crisis and to generate new opportunities. But given that I represent here today the general business community approach, let me emphasize the role of that companies can play in order to move forward the sustainability agenda. And given also that I am president of CEOE International, dealing with companies that have developed international strategies through export or investment, I will make a special reference about how companies that operate in international markets can contribute to overcome current challenges. And for doing that, I will follow the same methodology that CEOE has provided us with. A methodology based on how sustainable development is going to evolve after the pandemic in 5 areas, in 5 dimensions: purpose, brand influence, innovation, supply chains, and governance, as Sandra has pointed out before. Needless to say that internationalization is not only a key strategy to overcome the economic crisis, but also a strong lever to disseminate the 17 SDGs all over the world. So going through the 5 dimensions to see what international companies can specifically do to address current challenges, let me begin by the first one, purpose. Spanish international companies have demonstrated their commitment to increase the social and environmental impact in the countries or regions they trade with or invest in. In this regard, very recently, a couple of weeks ago, we have organized a meeting with Business Europe precisely to give visibility to the impact that the Spanish companies are having in several countries in terms of sustainability. And we have learned about how they engage with local population and also with environmental local concerns. Going to the second dimension, brand influence, I think international companies can influence the development of common international standards regarding sustainability issues. Having common standards is of utmost importance. First of all, because it paves the way for Agenda 2030 with more transparency and accountability. But also because it guarantees the level playing field for companies that operate internationally. We, private sector, as often as we can, like to convey the message that we need international common standards shared by all the parties. Regarding the third dimension, innovation, in this regard, I would say that a new paradigm has emerged. We said before the pandemic, we used to say that competitiveness and internationalization are two sides, or were two sides of the same coin. Now we are used to saying that internationalization and sustainability have to be two sides of the same coin. The more sustainable a company is, the more capacity it has to compete in international markets, and vice versa. The more international a company is, the more incentives it will have to be sustainable. So the result will be a reduction in terms of cost, and also the result will be to have access to a new partnerships, partners that will or that were unthinkable before the pandemic. Regarding the supply chains, if the pandemic has revealed something, it has been the disruption of global value chains. We need more resilient and efficient supply chains. Sustainable companies can contribute to achieve this objective, that's for sure. And finally, in terms of governance, the international companies have the potential to globally expand their impact and have also the potential to export sustainability. The more sustainable companies commit to internationalization, the faster 2030 agenda will be implemented. So to end my intervention, I would like to say that things are happening faster than before the pandemic. Companies have to take advantage of this new rhythm, addressing the challenges that are many, but also the opportunities that are also a lot. We are in a better situation now, a better mood, if I can use this word, and the biggest risk is to go back to the former normality without no change. So it is up to us, each of us, in the framework of our own responsibilities, to positively address the challenges created by the pandemic. So congratulations once again for your work, for your initiative, and I wish you a fruitful discussion today.
Many thanks, Marta. What a nice introduction. See you soon.